Tim.
Hello, Gino.
How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you guys.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fine. I mean,
Listen, you're not accustomed to losing.
No.
Let's face this.
No.
No. 12 years.
Yes. We've had.
Good for you.
What a privilege we've had. You know,
yeah.
my opportunity to serve the people for 4 terms. I mean, most people don't get that chance. So, I mean, how lucky am I? I may have lost this last one.
Yeah.
But boy.
Are you sorry that you ran? Now that it's over?
Oh no.
Did you know you wanted to run no matter what, or was it on your mind to maybe think about handing it over? What were you thinking?
To be honest with you, it was on my mind. I mean, the longer you serve in public service, every decision you make, for the most part, there's somebody on the losing side. So I'm sure there's a cumulative effect over the years.
Right.
You know, you're making people unhappy. Not that I tried to do that. I tried to always do the right thing, you know, but anytime you have a position or take a position, somebody doesn't agree with you.
Right.
So I knew I was kind of tempting fate. An old Nantucketer told me one time, the longer you're around, you know, here's what he said to me. He said, the first time, it's fairly easy because you don't have a record. You can say whatever you want. There's nothing to balance you on. Second time, if you're doing a halfway decent job, it's still pretty easy. People want to give you a chance. Third time around, it's getting tougher, and then from there on, you're on uncharted ground. And you know, we were looking for the 5th win. So, you know, what can I say? You know, I had a great opportunity. I tried to serve the people in Nantucket. This is my home.
Right.
And you know, for a lot of years, I was afraid to run. And God bless her, my grandmother said, you know, Tim, failure is never having the courage to try. So, you know, we tried, we did it for a long time. I'm proud of what I did.
Yeah.
I absolutely am, and I'll try to continue to serve in some other capacity.
What would you, any idea what that might be?
Oh, I don't know. There's, you know, the one thing I learned over the years being on the board is there's all kinds of committee opportunities that the board rarely has a choice in. So there'll be other things that I'm interested in that I'd like to put my name in and see if I can continue to serve in some capacity. As
far as the direction that the island is heading, well, what would you like to see? What would you like to see happen now that we have a new board?
Well, I'd like to see that, what I'd really like to see is the ability of the community to talk about tough issues without labeling each side. I think that's one of my biggest frustrations is that, you know, the community is so divided, and it has been for a long time, and I'm not necessarily sure I have the answer on what the fix is for that, but you know, we should be able as a community to be able to talk about our differences philosophically and then figure out what we can accomplish together. And so often it's all or nothing.
Yeah, right.
You know, so
yes, I know it.
You know, so what a great town we live in, though. You know?
Absolutely.
What a great town we live in.
How has the reaction been? I mean, now, you know.
A lot of.
Have you stayed inside most of the time, or? No. You felt fine the next morning. I mean, it was.
Oh yes.
It must be tough, though.
Well,
I mean, you know, because politics is.
Well, I was disappointed at the low voter turnout.
Right. It was low.
I don't know if people thought I didn't need their vote. I was all sad. Who knows?
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
who knows?
Right.
But we gave it. You know, we gave it everything we had, and the voters. You know, it's an interesting transition to go from you think of yourself as the new guy, and suddenly you become in politics the old guy, and everyone's looking to get rid of the old and get some fresh perspective in.
Right.
You know, that's just a natural evolution.
Yes, of course.
So the reaction is I've had many friends and supporters call me and say, you know, we're sorry it happened. We were pulling for you, and that always makes you feel great. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we'll kind of sit back and see what the next opportunity might be.
So what are you going to be doing for the next few weeks, months here?
Well, I'm
going to take a vacation or anything? Or?
Well, school vacation is coming up.
Right.
And my 2 boys, we were at a lacrosse game yesterday, and we were at a baseball game on Saturday, so there's lots for me to do. And you know, my youngest boy said to me after the election results, he goes, well, Dad, He goes, now we can finally use the boat more. So maybe we'll, you know, maybe I also didn't have things in the right perspective to a certain degree. Maybe I should have been focusing on my family a little more. So we'll have a good time doing that too.
That's great, Tim.
You know?
Well, listen, thank you so much for the years you put in.
Oh, my pleasure.
You know, the island does appreciate it. And
oh, Gino, thanks. And I'd like to, you know, thank you and my many supporters over the years for giving me that privilege, you know, and you haven't seen the last of me. We'll do something different.
Hey. All right, Tim, all the best to you.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you, buddy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.